You know, the automotive world is extremely diverse. You got Ford, Chevy, Dodge, imports, 4x4s. The list goes on and on. But believe it or not, there is one thing that we all have in common, and it's not what you think. Check it out. Little die-cast cars called Hot Wheels. And every single one of us owned these, collected them, raced them, destroyed them, burned them because they were a huge influence on us. But where did they come from? Who dreamed these things up? Well, to tell that story, we're going to have to roll back the clock a little bit. In the late 60s, the only kind of die-cast cars that were available came from companies like Corgi and Matchbox. And while they were fun, they left a lot to be desired in the detail department. They didn't roll very well, and they were also primarily construction equipment, which did nothing to capture the hot rod fever that was flowing through the country at the time. However, Elliott Handler and Mattel, bolstered by the massive success of the Barbie doll, realized that there was a void in the market when he saw his grandchildren playing with Matchbox cars. So right then and there, he decided that there needed to be something better for little boys to play with, something hot. So the goal was set to build the fastest metal cars in the world, to not only plug into the hot rod scene, but also give kids something that they could really play with. With that goal in mind, special wheels were designed that used music wire for an axle. A small Delrin bearing allowed the car to roll extremely fast. The wheel also had a tiny rib on it to further reduce friction. And of course it was removable, so kids could pretend to change a flat tire. However, there was more going on here than just a wire axle. Engineer Howard Newman actually developed a miniature torsion bar system that gave the cars a working independent suspension. Now that not only looked cool, but it also prevented damage to the axles if the car got stepped on or crushed, which happened a lot when you were a kid. At this point, they were dubbed Hot Wheels, to not only put emphasis on those unique wheels and that suspension system, but also just how fast these little suckers were going to be. However, there was a problem. Nobody quite knew what these things should look like. I mean, you didn't want them to look like a Matchbox. So, Elliott hired real car designers like Harry Bradley right out of Detroit to help solve the problem. When Harry rolled into Mattel, driving his customized 64 El Camino, Elliot knew that they had found the look that they wanted. He then instructed Harry to make them all look that way. The custom fleet side, based off of Harry's actual El Camino, became one of the first Hot Wheels cars. With the look established in the rake, the hood scoops, the exposed exhaust, the redline mag wheels, and the candy paint jobs, 16 cars were rolled out for 1968. They were the custom Barracuda, custom Camaro, custom Corvette, custom Cougar, custom Eldorado, custom Firebird, custom Fleetside, custom Mustang, custom T-Bird, custom Volkswagen, Diora, Ford J-Car, Hockey, the Python, the Silhouette, and the Beatnik Bandit. So, do you recognize some of those? Did you have some of them? Yeah, I bet you did. No matter how old you are, I bet you owned some of those cars, had them in your toy box over the years. Because when those cars came out, people went crazy. The demand for Hot Wheels cars was 7 times what Mattel was expecting. Because nothing looked like them, nothing rolled like them. But if that would have been all there was to it, they wouldn't have lasted very long. Because the idea behind Hot Wheels cars was not from just to sit on the carpet and look good. No, they were made to race.